Let's talk to Labour Councillor for Waltham Forest. Been on the show before. He's one of the good guys from Labour. Sebastian Salek. Thanks for joining us, Sebastian.
Hi, Kevin. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Well, explain to me. I mean, I put on Twitter yesterday. Why is a backbench Labour MP getting a taxpayer-funded BMW? Why?
It is really unusual, isn't it? It's not something we see very often. This is all up to the parliamentary authorities. So this is not Keir Starmer making a decision. No politicians are involved in choosing what level of security various MPs get. It's the staff in Parliament, and they have done an assessment. They've looked at the risk, and they've decided that given the threats to Angela Rayner, who, let's not forget, 5 minutes ago was the Deputy Prime Minister, she needs guards and she needs transport. And yes, that comes at a cost, but I would much rather have that cost to her and to anyone else who needs it than to see another MP attacked, which, let's not forget, we've had 2 MPs murdered in the last 10 years, and they were both backbenchers. So I think it is the necessary precaution to take to avoid those tragedies happening again.
Has she retained this vehicle from when she was Deputy Prime Minister and Housing Secretary?
I don't know. I don't know whether it's the same car.
I think she has. Why doesn't Nigel Farage is equally in the firing line? He's a big security risk, and rather than give him a BMW, the parliamentary authorities have just reduced the security around him. He's a very serious target. Why would they reduce the security around Nigel Farage and not give him a big BMW while they give Angela Rayner, admittedly also a security risk, a BMW?
Yeah, it's a really good question, and it comes down to those individual assessments that the parliamentary authorities make. You remember that Angela Rayner had her house vandalised recently. I think from that we can deduce that there are quite active risks towards her, which would explain why she's being given this level of protection. To be honest, I don't know why the authorities decided to reduce the level of protection for Farage, but again, they must have made a calculation and decided that the risk was lower than what was being provided for.
A lot of the public will probably feel that that decision was politically motivated. A lot of the public suspecting that when Keir Starmer said to Ange, listen, you're going to have to go, you're going to have to quit, he might have said to her, well, I'll tell you what though, I'll sort it so you can keep your ministerial car. That's what it sounds like. I'll tell you what it sounds like, Sebastian. This sounds like Westminster corruption. Look, I totally agree with you. She's a frontline, controversial politician, backbench or not, and she deserves security, just as people like Nigel Farage and other prominent politicians do as well. But this car thing smacks to me of corruption.
I think anyone who is using the C word wants to bring the receipts. I want to see the evidence of the corruption. And
you know what I'm saying, Sebastian. You know what people are thinking.
It's a brilliant tabloid story. Look, when I first read the headline...
It's a brilliant story. Never mind tabloids.
No, you're right. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. You know, when I saw the headline of Angela Rayner's partners driving around in her car, I thought, what's going on? This is crazy. And then I read the actual story and saw that that's nothing of the sort. They're just ferrying some bits from his place to hers. You can completely understand why she wouldn't want to be there to do that. Yeah,
well, my feeling about Sam Tarry borrowing the car and using it, I thought, well, OK, some people get very worked up about that. I'm not worked up about that. I'm slightly worked up about why the hell taxpayers are funding a massive, great, very flashy BMW four-wheeler for a backbencher. That seems a bit excessive to me.
Yeah, I mean, I think, honestly, if
you're agreeing with me, aren't you?
No, not necessarily. I just think when you're at the point where you're thinking about what car should Angela Rayner have,
No, she should have no car. No car, like all the other backbenchers.
But there's clearly a risk against her, and if she gets hurt, then
well, why hasn't Nigel Farage got a BMW then?
I don't know. I'm not privy to those assessments that are made within.
Or for that matter, Kemi Baden or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure. And look, I think it just goes to show that this isn't about what job you have in Parliament. It's not about how senior you are. It's about how much risk there is against you.
Yeah. Or is it Keir Starmer and the Labour Party government looking after their old mate Angela Rayner? That's what a lot of people will be thinking. That's what I think, but I accept your argument as well, Sebastian. I've got to go now, but well said. Good to talk to you. Sebastian Salek there, Labour councillor for Waltham Forest, doing a good job. What do you reckon of that, though? Why are we paying for a BMW for a backbencher? Give us security by all means, but a BMW? Really?